Welcome back everybody, my name's Robert, and in this video I'll be showing you how you can polish your games by using Dead Dungeon. Dead Dungeon is my series where we make a roguelite dungeon crawler for the GB Competition 2021. I'll just let you know that my patrons will have access to this project when I upload this. Everyone else will have access to it when I upload the final piece to the competition. So if you watched my last video, you know that this is new. I've made a title screen that flashes start. As you can see, I've made a nice new font and a new UI frame and everything. I made it so it loads the game, and I got a little skull to choose yes or no. And then when we start, we have a completely new level artwork, new character art. We have new, just new everything really. I've made this little guy say random, not random, but little text, where he gives a backstory to himself and kind of like what's to expect in the dungeon. We've got this little thing that is now the menu that was the upgrade menu in the last episode. So this is where you can buy the bomb, the health upgrade, and the damage. And you can obviously save the game. That's very simple. I made a video about it before. Yeah, so if we back out, then I've now made it so the bone blocks the pathway. So if we pick up the bone, we can go through. And you can see we've now changed the what the slugs look like. They're still green, they're still slug. I just put an outline around them. As you can see, when the player attacks, they lunge a bit, and I've generally just updated the just a few small things to make it better. And as you see, once we have an upgrade to level 1, we get a point like we did last episode. But as you might as well notice, you can't go back. You can't go back through the levels. So I've implemented a new system for doing that. So you see here we have basically just a hole in the ground. If I just go into it, then it hides our player, and then it says you fell down the hole. And if we just fell down back to the start. So if we go on this thing, it obviously says we have 1 point now and we're level 1. If we spend the point, then our max health will increase. And now we have no points, but we have 3 health now. So that's very simple stuff. So I'll just get talking about how I've done what I've done so far. So obviously most of it is artwork. With this Dead Dungeon logo I made like for the mock-ups, and I've just pasted it down, put like a raggedy edge, and then I've made the overlay show and then move off screen. That's very simple. And then you can't see it, but there's a piece of text under here that says press start, and that's simple. Just flashes between all black here, and then like a one with white as the lightest color. So this only works on a color device. But if we move forward, then we can see I've made this level a lot smaller. You might be liking the tile set, and obviously that will be part of the downloads. But regarding how the player falls down, obviously I've made it so when they go in the trigger in the hole, I've made it a custom event, and it goes, it hides the player, you fell down the hole, sets the value to true, and then moves us to the specific place of 50, which is right here. And then when we spawn, if that value is true, the down hole value, then it sets our animation speed to none, so it doesn't look like we're walking. Sets our movement speed to very fast, so that we fall down like really fast. And then it obviously moves us to that position that obviously is just right here. Sets that value to false, and then sets the movement speed and the animation speed back to normal. The book, I've made it so it stores the current scene when you open it, so that when you exit in the menu, it goes back to that. But unfortunately, because it saves in this location, when you restore a scene from a saved game, the stored scene isn't there anymore. So instead I've got a value alter 1 basically. This is alter, and then it's value 1, and if it's value 1 it sends us back here, and if it's value 2 then it sends us back here. I've also got a points and level thing, which is just a counter. The first ever GB Studio tutorial I made was about displaying values and money, and this is very simple. It just sets a local value to the value it needs to be, then divides it by 10 to show that as a 10 value, and it does modulus 10 on this one to show it as a singles value, and then it sets the frame. Very simple. And I put some more stuff onto the these upgrades so that it checks to see if it's already been bought. And if it has, then it asks, would you like to, like if it hasn't been bought, then it asks, would you like to buy it? And if it has been bought, then it says you've already bought it. So you can't buy it twice. And this one obviously says your max health before you upgrade. And then it checks to see, you know, if you want to do it, and then also how many points, if you have enough points. And it's the same with the attack as well. The only thing I haven't done in this one is really fix the imps. I don't think I put the imps onto the into the custom events like I did with the slugs, so they're still an issue. I don't think they give you XP. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked at them. But you see I put an outline around them now, so that's a bit better. Generally, I've just polished the game so it doesn't feel so much like a prototype. So if we jump back in the game, we can move around and see what we can do and find. So you see we're now level 2, so we got an extra point. If we wanted to, we could go back and you know, use that point. So let's go and do it. Obviously, we could gain health. The damage doesn't mean anything right now. Obviously, everything in the game currently has only 1 health, and this will be reducing everything else's health by more. So when I create more enemies, then this is where this comes into play. And the bomb requires 5 points, I think. So I think I'll just get another health upgrade. Just remembered as well, I've made it so each level has its own check. So see here, level 1, or level 0, sorry, to go up to level 1 requires 3 XP. You see to go up to level 16 requires at least 15 XP, and it obviously removes that XP from you when you level up. So each time it goes back to 0. And obviously each single enemy gives you 1 XP. So in future updates, I will definitely need to make sure there's more enemies with higher XP counts that give you, you know, more XP, and they require more health and damage to defeat. But I think I will also make it so the randomness changes as you level up. So as you level up, the likelihood of getting a higher level dungeons increases. And I think that's a great way to, you know, balance the difficulty of the game. And then in the end, when you get to like, I think I'll make it when you get to level 20 or something, there's a boss, and obviously the boss is very difficult to fight, and obviously you'll probably need the bomb to defeat it, and you'll also need quite a lot of health if you're not skilled enough, and you'll need damage in order to kill it more quickly. So the idea of trolling through the, you know, dungeons it kind of has an effect, especially if as you level up, you get access to higher level enemies. So that's my plans for the, you know, the future of Dead Dungeon. Obviously, it's currently the 20th of August, meaning I have 1 month and 10 days, 11 days to completely finish this game. And obviously, I want to make all the other games as well. So I will try and do what I did with this one. And, you know, I spent a few days working really hard on this to make it look this polished. And now I think I have a good foundation and a good, clear vision of what I want this game to be. And if I make these short videos where I, you know, discuss this stuff with you as I'm doing now, it's much easier for me to do than document everything as I'm making it, because it really saps time away from developing as I'm editing videos. With smaller tutorials, it's completely fine because my intention is to do that, but with these, that isn't exactly my intention. And if you guys, you know, like a certain feature, I can definitely go back and make a tutorial on it specifically. Just a reminder to my patrons, you guys will get this as I upload it. There'll be the project files to download on Patreon. The rest of you have to wait until I upload it to itch and enter it into the competition, where I will make it open source basically and give you all the project files so you can have a look at how I did this and you know, change it and do whatever you want with it. But for now, I just want to thank my patrons. They'll be up on screen right now. I'd urge you to like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, dislike the video if you didn't like it, comment on what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.